And I thought it was genuinely funny, but I think it's because I'm cringe. So I like cringe. you know the like, don't kill the part of you that is cringe, kill the part of you that cringes.
Steph is cringe, but she is free.
Exactly. You can't hurt me by calling me cringe if I call myself cringe.
I just yelled previously before we hit record just to get everyone very excited.
That was recorded and the true intro to this. Oh my God.
Welcome everybody to the Baton Pass Podcast. We're just two gals sharing the mic back and forth, but this time we're remote, baby. Yeah, unfortunately we can't stay in person forever. It's okay. So a lot of our future episodes going forward are going to look like this, unless we're basically at an event or somewhere special.
You mean
where we
I
can
can't live in your office and just hide in that second chair for all of eternity? I would really like that.
No, I just want us to hold hands, if you want us to be honest. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope everyone's been having a fantastic week. Again, shout out to the Patreon members. You guys saw the episode previous to this where we had a special in-depth look at a specific video game that we'll talk about today. Just, you know, a more vague version, but hey, shout out to you guys if you were here. But otherwise, I've had a crazy week basically since the last time we recorded and stuff.
Yeah, what have you been up to since we last recorded? I mean, I'll break the news on my side, but we're gonna wait to talk about it. I was playing Expeditions 33 all week while you were away, but you were actually touching grass, I hear, in 4K.
I went out.
What?
Unfortunately, I touched grass. I mean, what? Yeah. Well, actually, before we even say anything, can we just say our shirts are like kind of matchy. I have like a greenish yellow, and you have like pure like lime green.
Yep,
going
mine's
on right
the
now.
Sprigatito
So like,
t-shirt from Pokemon Worlds in Japan.
I just have like your basic, like, you know, green tea, but it's okay. I
love it.
I don't know. I just found that out just now.
The
We're
audio
matching.
listeners can appreciate the extra detail that we're giving for everyone.
Yeah, it's extra spice. But yeah, I went out, I touched grass. I was a part of this IRL Pokemon event. It wasn't anything sponsored or anything like that. It was quite literally just community based. We have shout out to Matt Absolblog's Pokemon. Sorry, editors, we're gonna put the socials up right now. We're gonna put the socials up right now. But yeah, he hosts this event every year called Safari Week, and it's a Pokemon related event. And essentially, he booked an Airbnb with a whole bunch of friends, and I was somehow invited to it along with my partner Glitch, and we just were shiny hunting, out of all things, in this Airbnb for like a weekend. And it was just a cool little like getaway. Just, you know, just to hang, and we were all hanging out together. Like we weren't on a Discord call, like calling, we were all just talking and like eating food, sharing drink and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. It was good energy. So it felt really nice.
So good. And so to add some context, Safari Week is this community event. We might have even talked about this on our very first episode long ago, but Safari Week is this community event where everyone, do you hunt just in the safari? Is that the goal?
Yeah, so you hunt in this Gen 3 or so the Gen 3 Safari Zone, or the Gen 4 because of Heart Gold Soul Silver, or the Gen 4 Great Marsh in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. And the goal is to find a shiny there. But the catch is, in the Safari Zone, you're kind of at the mercy. The Pokemon can run away from you.
Oh, goodness.
So not only is it the struggle of looking for a shiny Pokemon with those old shiny
What are the odds? What's the odds for
one in
Safari?
8,192.
Oh, my gosh.
So... Yeah, 1 in 8,000 chance to even see something, and you're not even guaranteed to catch it. You throw a Safari ball at it, and it could run, it could stay, you know, and it's the anticipation.
Right.
And that electricity, I will say, like, being there in the IRL and like someone calls out, oh, I got to shiny this or I got to shiny that, like the energy was infectious.
Aww.
It was very, very, very cool. So, and the days went by so fast, so I'm a little sad, but it's okay. Like, everyone just like joins up in Discord call, like, afterwards, and it's still fun. But yeah, it's just a fun little like community event, like not sponsored. Like, Pokemon didn't make this up. This was straight up a community like based thing, and you can go on like Twitter or other socials and see other people's finds. Like, what did they find in the Safari Zone? What did they find in the Great Marsh? Some Pokemon are more rare than others. Like, a lot of the big wants is like Chansey.
Yeah.
Like, Chansey is super incredibly rare in the Safari Zone. So if you see a shiny one, that's news, basically. Like, there's not a lot of people in the world. Like, there's probably like, count on your hand how many people have caught shiny Chansey. So it's like, it's always exciting.
Wow. And that's so fun because normally that's something that's remote and you get to freak out, digitally, but there's always something a little bit special about saying, let's all do this in person, get together. I feel like, that's always a nice recharge of be around people.
Yeah, it's similar to like going to like a con and like you share a hotel room and like kind of vibes. It's like kind of like that, whereas like you just share the con experience together. It gave those similar vibes, so I felt a little honored and stuff like that. A lot of crazy other shenanigans happened there. Like, someone did a Mario 64 speed run in the house. Did they? Yeah, PB? It was like it's a whole. I don't think they did. I gotta ask. But yeah, it was like a 16-star speedrun. It was so fun. And then it was, what else happened? We watched the Minecraft movie.
Was that your first time seeing it? Yeah. Well, you gotta tell me your thought.
That was a movie that existed. Keep in mind for anyone who's listening, I am not the biggest Minecraft girly. I am aware of like the impact. I respect it. I respect that game so much. If you're gonna tell me to play Minecraft, I'm gonna pass on it. Like, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? It's not my favorite thing, but I respect it.
I wonder if I get you to play Minecraft at one point, if I can change your mind. Did you know that Minecraft was a big part of my lore? In like 2014, I played Minecraft 8 hours a day, I think. I would stay up late with friends and be in a survival world. And I watched Twitch live streams. I watched all the Minecraft YouTubers at the time and streamers. And weirdly enough, it was seeing OMG It's Firefox was one of the first female streamers that I ever got to see, and she was playing Minecraft, and she was like a big inspiration for me. Like, when I decided to stream and say like, how do I want people to feel in my streams? I'm like, well, I liked her stream a lot, so like I'm gonna remember to thank people for following and doing all this stuff because she does that. It's really cool. I secretly love Minecraft. So when I went to see it, I was like, I know all these Easter eggs.
You went to watch it then.
Okay, but I don't know. So because you're not that big into Minecraft, there was one really awesome thing that I really appreciated about it that I like squealed, which is that they actually referenced Technoblade. They had that Easter egg,
I did
and
see
my
that.
heart, I was like, oh man.
It was definitely a moment. I think from what I understand from what other people, because other people in the IRL were watching and they were sharing fun facts and stuff like that. There was a whole bunch of other like Minecraft YouTuber cameos. Couldn't tell you who they were, but they were like, look, it's this person. Oh, look, it's that. And I was just like, okay. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. It's similar to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie where like they brought in brought in Matt
That's the only thing I know about the FNAF movie is Matt Pat's in it.
And Corey Kenshin. You don't know about Corey Kenshin?
In it too?
He's the taxi driver. Yeah, he's the taxi driver. It was such a cool see, like when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, now you got my attention.
Do you know the whole timeline? The FNAF timeline's so complicated.
I have fallen off recently. But in terms of like the beginning, like I could tell you probably up until the security chick. I don't know what her name is, but like up until that point, I kind of like tuned out. But like Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through 4, Sister Location, those kinds of games, I eat those up. I love those games.
I was too scared. So, but yeah, I can't. Really? I can't play those games. They're too scary.
There's a certain level of scary games where I'm like, there's a threshold. Like I've played Until Dawn. Like Until Dawn is like, it can be scary, but it's like you cover your eyes and just keep one eye open kind of like situation, and you just make it work. But other than that, so I'm gonna keep it. It was okay. As someone who is not the biggest Minecraft girly, I was just like, this movie exists. I'm happy for you guys, you know? So I guess that's a weird perspective.
I know, I appreciate I like hearing other perspectives. It's okay. I have some friends who are like, it's so bad, but that's why it's hilarious. And I thought it was genuinely funny, but I think it's because I'm cringe. So I like cringe. you know the like, don't kill the part of you that is cringe, kill the part of you that cringes. I've internalized that, and I'm okay with that.
Steph is cringe. Steph is cringe, but she is free.
Exactly. You can't hurt me by calling me cringe if I call myself cringe. Believe in who you are and enjoy the things you like. That's my message of the day.
Hey. That's so funny.
But anyway, yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. Okay, so the thing is, I think Jack Black is so funny, and so I think,
yeah, for sure.
I thought it was going to be bad. I thought it was going to feel okay. Oh man, maybe we're going to turn this into movie talk a little bit, but Sonic, okay,
Baton
the
Pass.
Sonic movies. I'll be controversial here on Baton Pass.
No. Oh,
especially
really?
The first two. I don't think are that great. I think that you can tell that some executive who's not a true Sonic fan had to approve a bunch of stuff in the movie, and that there's like potential there, but it doesn't like feel as good. I think they did a lot better, like the Sonic 3 movie compared to Sonic 1 and 2.
Yes.
Much better. But even still, I'm like, this has been Hollywoodified. But with Detective Pikachu, with the Minecraft movie, with movies like that, I feel like the people at the top knew what they were doing. Like they know the audience and like this. It, honestly, in a similar vein with the Magic and Final Fantasy collab, I'm like, they made this for the fans. And like anyone else enjoying it is a secondary. And I dislike when the casual audience is the primary for something that is so, I guess, big on its own, or I guess the fan base is already so large. Like I love when they do it for the core people of that demographic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting. So what are your thoughts then on like the Mario movie, for example?
I liked the Mario movie.
Because everyone knows Mario. Everybody does. So you kind of have to cater it towards casual. Yeah. So like they played some random like 80s bit and whatever. Like I think during the Donkey Kong like or the Mario Kart segment or something like that. It was like so crazy. And also they like sped up they sped up the pace of the movie because of the kids nowadays, you know, like it's just like TikTok brain rot. Yeah. So yeah, when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is a little fast paced for me personally. But I was like, it wasn't a bad movie. I was just like, this is acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't extraordinary at all, but it was like,
well,
you know,
I liked it. I liked it because so I agree with music. I feel like they gave and took away. They gave us melodies and really cool like arrangements that all had Easter eggs of like, oh, underwater theme. You can hear that. Like when you're walking through the mart, there's like 5 different motifs that are from Mario that you hear in these songs, which I was like, that's really cool. But I agree that some of the 80s pop and all the extra stuff was a little unnecessary. But the thing is, the Mario movie like introduces you immediately to Easter eggs. Like you immediately, if you're looking on the wall and you are, if you are a big Mario fan, that's been your life. You see like the NES, and even like the fact that Charles Martinet. That was one of the things I was so sad about. Was like, oh, they didn't cast Charles Martinet. They put him in the movie though. They made him Mario's dad, and like. I feel like they did enough to honor the fans who made the IP as big as it's gotten. And that's what I love. So to me, Mario passes. Sonic didn't really fully pass. I'm sorry, it really didn't.
That makes me so sad though, because like, okay,
did you like it? Tell me.
So the second movie, I get how you feel. It's like, they were trying to like push different like storylines.
There's too many humans in the Sonic movie, V. There's too many.
It's like someone's getting married or something like that. I'm just like, I don't care. Show freaking Sonic. I don't care. But I will say the first movie I enjoyed. It was actually enjoyable for me. Like I gave it a second watch through. Like I think it was just like available on Max or I don't know, one of those or Netflix or something. So I rewatched it and I was just like, yeah, this is actually like it's okay. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was actually good. I didn't hate it, and it was kind of like when you put it in the context of Sonic as a kid
Right.
in this world and stuff like that, like he's just a little kid. He just wants to like have fun and and stuff like that, and he's just experiencing human stuff. I'm like, this is enjoyable. Like he's just a freaky alien. That's what he is.
And one thing I'll admit is I definitely don't have the biggest backlog of Sonic lore. I've played Sonic Adventure, but one of the things that I guess
1 or 2.
2. I played Sonic Adventure 2.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
good.
I haven't played a lot of the newer Sonic games. So, but my understanding, I mean, I watched the 4Kids Sonic cartoon, Sonic X or whatever. Watched that.
Hey,
I watched that. But
let's
one
go.
thing is that they portray Sonic in the movies as like snarkier, like Western snarkier, not like, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like he's always been like funny and humorous, but it's always been like, not at the expense, like full expense of others. Like there was stuff about like, I don't like that. Yes, Sonic is like really like, I don't know. He makes me like, oh, I wouldn't want to be Sonic's friend at all. Like he's not my vibe. And then with Knuckles, while yes, he's always been like the brawny guy, I feel like they portray him as like
they made him a little
stupid. And I'm like, he's not stupid in the series. Like he's just, choose to
it's
fight.
funny because I think if you watch guys, do not flame me in the comments because I didn't watch this series in its entirety, but the Sonic Boom era, I think they made Knuckles in that same kind of like behavior. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Now, people are going to be like, actually, what happened with Knuckles? Listen, I didn't watch it, okay? I watched some cutscenes, like, in the Sonic Boom video game and, like, a couple of memes on TikTok, okay?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with that. So, like, I can understand in that context. Like, yeah, I think they catered more to, like, modern Sonic vibes. But if you're talking about, like, the old school, like, back then, like, very heroic, very, like, you know.
That's how I guess that was my Sonic. I'm being so dramatic.
Not my Sonic.
I am.
Hashtag.
Oh my gosh. So in all seriousness, I have heard from others, I've talked about the Sonic movies, that they try to combine a few different Sonic personalities kind of in one. So can't blame them for that. But yeah, it was just for me a little like, I don't know, it felt too westernized.
We can both agree that the third Sonic movie was
the
great.
best. Yeah, the best of all of them.
It was so good. Even if there was like human people and whatever, I think they could have literally deleted that one like lieutenant lady, and I think the movie would not have changed. But aside from that, I think it was amazing. There was just so many references, and it was just like it was so good. I enjoy. I went to the theaters for that. It was incredible. So yeah. Anyways, speaking of video games,
while you were touching grass and watching the Minecraft movie, I finished Expeditions 33, and in fact, I have been so excited to be done Expeditions 33 that if you are a member of our Patreon, we have a Patreon special, literally spoilers galore. Me freaking out and V freaking out about why Expeditions 33 is Game of the Year. But V, for those who are unfamiliar with Expeditions 33, talk us through a little bit about it. You actually beat it before me, and were part of the reason that I played it right away, because you finished the game and were like, play it right now.
I was very adamant. I was very adamant about like everyone needs to play this immediately. And just to preface out there, I will not be talking about any spoilers
here
at all, aside from stuff. Yeah, not here. Aside from like stuff that you see in like a trailer or something like that, which is hardly anything. And then like maybe some like gameplay mechanics here and there, which there's a whole bunch of discussion on that, but like we're not gonna go super crazy.
Patreon is for that. If you want us to info dump Expeditions 33, especially the last part, that's you can go support us on Patreon and also support the show. So
absolutely. And follow us on all the socials, all that stuff. You already know how it is. But yeah, Expedition 33 is quite literally game of the generation, if you want me to be honest. Like, I've said this before, and I've repeated this statement to multiple people in multiple communities. If Final Fantasy VII is like that generation's like game, like that was like the generational like influential game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is this generation's kind of like influential, like this changed the game 100%. Like, forget what you know about previous turn-based RPGs, this set a bar. It was incredible. incredible, like a stacked cast all around. If you're into voice actors and stuff like that, like the pretty stacked cast, and like how all of the devs like came to be.
It's a
and
super
stuff like
small
that.
team of ironically 33 devs or something like that.
Including a dog.
Oh, that's right. There are dogs in the credits. I forgot about that. That's true. I saw that, and it was awesome.
It was great. It was good stuff. But yeah, like the story, when you actually do the research on like how this game came to be, which happened like I think 5 years ago. I think they started in like 2020. They started development. It's just like such an unbelievable story. They got incredibly lucky. They got incredibly lucky because how the stars aligned and how they got the lead writer. They found her randomly on Reddit, and then how they found the composer who made the best soundtrack in video game. Like he's up there with the greats, like with Koji Kondo. Like I will say it, with Koji Kondo, with freaking Nishiki-san for Octopath Traveler, with like Yoko Shimomura. Like I think he's up there. I will keep it honest, and he's a random person on SoundCloud. So it's like, what? It's an unbelievable story. This game should not have happened, but somehow it did, and it is the game of the year.
And
I will be honest.
I think
it is my game of the year.
so inspiring that we have this game that said, really like the combat of Persona 5, but also I really like dodging and parrying from Elden Ring and that Elden Ring atmosphere. There's not really a game that gives us both of those things. Maybe add some little extra things from this other game. Like this dev team took all their favorite things from other games and said, what if we combine that with a gut-wrenching story? Oh my gosh, it is not for the faint of heart, but it leaves you with that void. That void in your chest. That's how I'm still recovering from feeling it. It was an incredible experience, and I'm so glad that I got to play it.
Have you ever seen that meme of the horse like standing by the beach and it says man on it? Yep. Is that you right now?
100%. 100% that's me.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's literally such an incredible game. If you haven't gotten the chance to play it, I would highly recommend it. It is a small indie team. It's not a $60 game either.
It was free on Game Pass, at least at the time the recording it, right? Free on Game Pass if you have Game Pass. Otherwise,
exactly.
$40-ish on Steam, I think.
I want to say, I think it was $49.99 actually, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I will buy it actually, because I'm going to keep it real. I played it on Game Pass and I felt guilty because I'm like, I kind of played this for free. So we have decided, my partner and I, we are going to purchase it for the PlayStation 5 just to support the devs. And,
there's
so I'm not
so much content.
And also I don't feel that's guilty.
There's so much content in this game. I feel it really feels so worth it. It's so good.
Yeah.
But I think that brings us to a really great topic for this podcast, the meat of it, which is, how do you define what makes a game of the year, V? I mean, we could talk about Expeditions, but more generally, what are some games that have kind of been up there for you? What is it that makes this so like game of the year material?
It's so funny because this is like a buzzword kind of topic, right? Like game of the year, everyone wants like their game to be game of the year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like either a game that impacts them or like the game that's the most viral or like that kind of stuff. Like I remember last year specifically, like there was a big controversy with the Game Awards. If you guys don't know, the Game Awards is similar to like the Oscars
for video games.
Like, yeah, it's basically the Oscars for video games, where a lot of video game announcements happen, but it's also like a big award ceremony and stuff like that. And Game of the Year gets chosen. It's been around for a couple of years. I personally watch it strictly for entertainment purposes. Nothing's gonna top whatever my Game of the Year is for that year. Like it doesn't like it's. But people, anyway, it's a whole thing. People consider it like a popularity contest, what
I think
game of the year is and
award
stuff
shows
like that.
In every category tend to have this. They're all sort of imperfect in one way or another, I think, right? Because how do you fairly decide something so subjective?
Yes.
But one thing I will say that I appreciate, and I have a lot of friends in the games industry, is I do like there being something for devs and industry folk to celebrate, right? To celebrate the hard work that went into games. And I know it's not perfect, right? I mean, sometimes there are a lot of ads in the Game Awards and everyone thinks it's just one big commercial. But I I
Yep.
like the more innocent, I guess, if you take away all the skepticism of like, let's just come together and celebrate. I like the Game Awards for that purpose of just take a moment to like
Yeah.
celebrate the games you played in a year and what were your favorites, what had a lasting impact on you, why are they your favorites, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Like last year was so stacked, right? Like there was I think it was was it Rebirth that came out last year? No.
Astrobot got
can't
Game of the
remember.
Year last year, I think. So that was a
Yeah,
huge
Astrobot
one.
game. Yeah, but there was just like so much like Metaphor.
Yeah.
Fantasio.
Oh, Metaphor, that's
Like,
right.
that that came out last year. The same thing with Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong. Sorry. Like that was like an extremely popular game, and people got devastated because Astrobot won Game of the Year when they said that Black Myth Wukong should have won. And my thought process is like, yeah, that could be your game of the year. At the end of the day, it's just a trophy, right? Like, and yeah, it's a huge things for the devs and stuff like that. But the fact that they get nominated for Game of the Year, that goes to show like how good these games are. At least this is just from my purview, right? Like, I would have loved Metaphor Fantasio to win Game of the Year, but I guarantee you, not everyone has played it fully. You know what I mean? But Astrobot is like short and like it's has such personality, so much going for it. There's and like all the cameos from like the different like PlayStation like IPs and stuff like that. That was incredible. But at the same time, I don't want to compare it to something like Black Myth Wukong. I haven't played that, but I know it was just like extremely really like it was an impactful game, like similar to like Elden Ring and like those kind of stuff. So it's for like those Elden Ring players and stuff like that. But it was like the art style was great. It was made by a Chinese company. It had a lot of culture in it and stuff like that. Like a lot of like Goku vibes, because I think you get a Nimbus cloud towards the end or something like that, which is so great. But it's like, again, it's comparing apples to oranges. In my opinion, right? Like, I'm not saying that Astrobot is better than Black Myth Wukong and Black Myth Wukong is better than Metaphor Fantasio. Like, at the end of the day, it's just an award. You know your game of the year. I'll know my game of the year. And we can just discuss off of that. It's not like... It's not an excuse to like talk crap on someone else's game of the year and stuff like that. All these games are great and everyone should be playing these games and stuff like that. Oh, I could talk about this forever.
What would you say? All right, you're forced to be on the committee. You're deciding game of the year. I'm setting the scene for you. What are some things that you think about that you're like, this is something that would put it in the category for me? Is it really for you? Is it like how personally you connect with the game? Is it the gameplay aspects of it? Is there a certain like formula that you're like, chef's kiss?
Gosh, I think it's like, I don't want to say impact. I don't want to say that, but it is true. Like, for example, like Breath of the Wild was like such an impactful game for like the industry. And then you see all these other games that are trying to copy Breath of the Wild, which again, to copy is a strong word to use, but it's like, they're inspired by it, and then they make these other games like Genshin Impact, like Horizon Zero Dawn, or I think they came out around the same time, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like all these games were inspired by like this one game, like so many people are inspired by Final Fantasy games. Expedition 33, one of the big inspirations was Final Fantasy 8 and 6. So like, it's not like, oh, they created this like completely original thing. They were inspired by other games, like how you were just saying, Persona and like Elden Ring and like, stuff like that. I
felt it. I said, oh my gosh, this is like if Persona was in another universe, and it's awesome. Yeah.
But it's like, I guess it's just like, I guess generational is the word I want to use. This is a word I've been saying a lot, but it's like, it has to like change the game.
And you think, it's brought a lot of
Astrobot. Like last year, I thought Astrobot changed the game. Like that was like, it was a 3D platformer, which feels like a quote unquote like dead genre and stuff like that. Like Mario has taken that over, but here's PlayStation Team Asobi that like elevated that. Like they made 3D platformers challenging, and it was fun. It had a lot of color. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then again, like I said, all the cameos for like the previous like PlayStation characters and stuff like that. I was just like, and even like the haptics with the controller, it was so responsive to the PlayStation 5 controller. So it's like that kind of like synergy with the game, and how you're actually feeling like everything when Astro's walking along like, I don't know, like snow, you can feel the rumble like in the controller and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It has to be impactful.
And I think you're bringing up a really interesting point that choosing when you're making a game, and that's often a 5-year commitment or longer occasionally. On one hand, it's very high risk because, I'm sure if from the dev perspective, you have the Mario Galaxy series that has already done amazing, people are familiar with it, huge IP already. And so choosing, in the team of PlayStation's not a small indie dev, but just for the purposes of the example, choosing to make a platformer, you will be compared to who are the greats in the space. And that can be hard because if you don't have something to make a player say, why play this over play Mario again, right? Then it's a high risk game to make. On the other hand, when you take that risk and it pays off, you have elevated the genre. Like you have done something so huge. And I think that that's something super important to consider. And when it comes to Expeditions 33, I think they tackled things that other devs for probably, fear, right? Like didn't want to do a Persona like, gameplay style because everyone's going to say, well, just play Persona instead, right? And yet they found a way to, put the story and stuff. And I think for me, what makes a game of the year is this mix of, my personal enjoyment, but also how many different sides of gaming can they bring together? So story, I grade story. Like, okay, story, 10 out of 10.
High-key true,
Mechanics, are they fun? Like, it doesn't have to be hard, but is it fun? And I felt it was fun. There's so many games I play where I'm like, the concept is cool, but then it's just not fun. It's just not fun to play for hours and hours on end. So gameplay, amazing. The character writing, like, nailed it. 10 out of 10. All right, we're looking game of the year, And also, for me, like, widespread accessibility is an important one. Like, do I think a lot of different people can enjoy this? And I think that's, for me, part of why my favorite...
That's a big
My favorite
one.
anime is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, not just because I personally love it, but I also think it is such an easier show to show a lot of people who might have different interests. And I'm like, I think there's a lot in here that different people can connect to, and it's like a good gateway. And I think Expeditions 33 is also a good gateway into seeing what's possible with video games, which is cool.
I mean, I've seen so many comments of people being like, it's a turn-based RPG. I'm just gonna like not be interested in that, because a lot of people think that this turn-based RPG is kind of like that. Like you click a move and then you wait for things to happen, which is not a bad thing. Look at us. We play Pokemon and stuff like that. So guess what? We click button and wait, but it feels much more immersive. You're not just clicking the attack. You actually have to make sure you perfect the attack to get benefited effects and stuff like that. It's not just you click the button and you wait. You have to, it's quick time events. Same thing with like, because they have a dodge and parry mechanic. So yeah, like you're not just waiting for the enemy to hit you and then you just take, like you can actually dodge every attack. In theory, you could take absolutely no damage in this video game if you actually, parry correctly and stuff like that. So it's very immersive. It's very like interactive. I'm losing my adjectives, but you know what I'm saying.
Pokemon's a funny example because I think a lot of people don't play Pokemon for the story. You play Pokemon because you like how the game feels,
of the creatures,
right? Or the creatures, right? And I've always thought that that's interesting with other types of games where, if there's a story, I want the story to be really good. But sometimes, for a lot of people, that's not their priority. And I think about Final Fantasy 14, one of my favorite games. There's the, are you a story cutscene skipper or are you a cutscene enjoyer? That's like a debate. So I don't know, when you play games in general, V, are you more of a gameplay has got to be up here above all, or is a mix important to you?
It's a mix, because like there's certain games that I'm just like, I know I'm not here for the story. Like I know I'm not here for that. For example, like Animal Crossing, right? Like what story, girl? Like I just want to build my house and like do my crops and like that kind of stuff. But if I play a game where I know it's story rich and stuff like that, I'm like, I'm expecting something amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it really is a mix. So like, for example, like those kind of like simulation games, I think of like 2 Point Hospital and like those kinds of games. I think of Dave the Diver.
Oh my gosh,
I
just discovered Dave the Diver like 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, someone should have told me all I do in Stardew Valley is fish, and now there's a game just about
it's the
fishing.
Fishing game.
Oh, great game. And
apparently it's funny. I need to play it. Yeah,
hilarious.
There's there's that game, and there's a Dredge if you want another fishing game. But that one's a little bit more. It's not scary, but it's spooky. There's a level. Scary is like Five Nights at Freddy's, like jump scare kind of level, and then there's spooky. Like Subnautica is spooky.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion,
I'm the biggest scary cat. I need you to tell me things are scary. I've all F4 during tutorials before because I am scared.
No, wait, what game did you alt F4 at?
I did a Halloween stream of Phasmophobia, and I walked into.
Oh, why?
I walked into the house. The game didn't even start. It was just there was a white screen, but I heard the like. Can I do this on? I'm going to try for audio listeners. You walk into the house and then it goes boom. Like it's so ominous. And I was like, I can't do this. And I all F4'd and I thought I was going to get jump scared and everyone made fun of me. And turns out I learned the secret is that exposure therapy is real and that just 10 times. It took me, I think, 10 hours before I could actually play Phasmo for the Halloween stream. But I just had to be like, okay, it's like holding my breath and going into cold water. Go into the house. Okay, I'm alive. It's fine. But then I got KO'd in the game for the first time, and then I was not fine again. And have you played Phasmo?
No, I don't want to. I'm not interested.
People who get good at that game, though, made a great point. It's more of like a puzzle. If you get past the scary part, it's just figuring out what the ghost is. If you get past it, it's like, okay, where's the ghost hiding? What kind of ghost is it? And I've seen people so desensitized who are just, it's about just going and like figuring it out and it not being scary. Yeah. And I'm just there quivering.
There's so many people who stream like scary games and they are just not phased, and that's very impressive to me. Like unironically, I don't know why. Someone let me know, but a lot of drag queens on Twitch, all they do is play Dead by Daylight. Like that's all they do. Mind you, I think Dead by Daylight is terrifying. Yeah. I would literally like turn off the game like immediately if I started playing. But like these drag queens would just they're just running around. They're just like, you can't get me. Ooh, 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 you can't get me. And it's just like, I'm like, what? But it's incredible. I shout out to them. Shout out to drag queens.
True that.
But yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna keep it real. Expedition 33 is my game of the year this year, and it's unfortunately not even close. Donkey Kong Bonanza, as of recording this, is going to be releasing in a couple of weeks, and I think it's going to be incredible. Yeah. I think it's going to be an incredible game. Is it going to dethrone Expedition 33? Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It's just not. Yeah. Like, it could be a Super Mario Odyssey 2. It could be a Breath of the Wild 2. You know what I'm saying? Or like, whatever, Breath of the Wild 3, because technically we got Tears of the Kingdom. But like, nothing's going to dethrone Expedition 33 for me this year. It's just that.
Do you think that Expedition 33 is going to come to Switch 2? It'd be awesome if it did.
Apparently they're in not that they're in talks, but they're looking into it is what they said. That was the last thing that I heard in terms of like the Switch 2 like update. Which, speaking of, oh my god, I had made a post again. Yeah, we're passing along the topics. But yeah, I had made a post last night saying because of the Switch 2, I just have like so many games that I have downloaded on there that have just been like in my backlog, but because of the enhanced like capabilities of the Switch 2, I'm like, maybe I should go back and look at these games and stuff like that. And so there's a whole bunch of them. I mentioned Dredge. I had started that and never finished it. I'm thinking of I have Disco Elysium.
That's a good one
that I haven't played. Yeah, I heard it was incredible. The same thing with, I had started Dragon Quest Builders 2, and I had gotten pretty far. I think I like made it past the halfway point, and I just never got around to finishing it. So I kind of want to like revisit that. And I want to do all of this somehow before Donkey Kong comes out. But I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. And then there's like another one, like Ghost Trick Phantom Detective or something like that.
I've
like,
heard
that's another
great
game
things
that
about that.
It's just been sitting there. It's just been sitting there on my Switch. And now that I have these like enhanced graphics and like the 4K and like all this stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to game on my Switch again. Yeah. I just need to find
I think it was so smart. Yeah. And by the time this episode comes out, I think Donkey Kong will have already been out. So you all can let us know in comments and all platforms and stuff if what we're saying has lived up. But
let us know from the future. Is Donkey Kong game of the year? Let us know.
Good? Yes or no? But one of the things that I think is smart is that Donkey Kong is coming out before we're getting any like traditional like bangers. Like, are we going to get a new Animal Crossing? Are we going to get a new Smash Brothers game? Are we going to get any of these? There's got to be something spicy in the Switch 2 pipeline, you know? But I think that Donkey Kong coming out in July is going to give it a chance. Like, it's going to give it, okay, let some of the games that otherwise wouldn't have some breathing room, some time to play it. Because otherwise, I think it would get lost in the shuffle of other things.
I think you are right. I think they are giving Donkey Kong like a lot of space in terms of like Nintendo like releases and stuff like that. Yeah, you got like your third party, like everyone's hype about Cyberpunk and like those kinds of games at the moment, right? But yeah, you're right. They're giving Donkey Kong a lot of room to like be like, hey, you should play this. You know, it's very. I didn't think about that until now.
I think like Princess Peach Showtime, which was an awesome game. But if I'm going to be real, I barely had time to play it because it was around the time where all these other games were coming out. I don't remember what, but it was that spring. It's that spring release time frame where did I play it? Yes, but it was like I didn't have time to really simmer with it because there's all these other games.
You were just moving on to the next
all these other games going out and going on, I should say. And yeah, I think that it's kind of nice that Switch 2 hopefully will last us 10 years, you know? Like, ideally, it'll be nice to not just be, like, inundated with a million games right off the bat. Like, let's have some time to chill and enjoy.
I will say that, yeah. And I mean, I just bought a Steam Deck recently, so now I'm paying attention to more, like, Steam releases and stuff like that, like more indie titles and, like, more other games that are just, like, they're just straight up available on Steam versus, like, you have to wait until it gets on consoles and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of gaming.
You know,
to do.
I've seen some
I guess let us know in the
using,
comments what's your game of the year, by the way.
True. And some people have been using their Steam Decks as like replacement PCs. So there's some like they dock their Steam Deck and then you can just have a little mini computer connected up to a monitor and stuff and you're good to go.
Dude, it's crazy stuff. I will say, okay, so now here's the big enchilada is what I'll ask right now. If you were to give me maybe a top 3, but preferably a top 5, like your top video games, like nothing is ever going to top these ever. Because like, again, for those of you who, you know, are new to our stuff, maybe you'll get a sense of like what our tastes are in video games after this. But I would actually be curious. 'Cause, like 14 has to be one. Right?
Especially like Shadowbringers into Endwalker was like, I will never, peak. I will never recover. I think it changed me in ways that like I really needed those games at the time. Like I'll be really sappy, but you know, the world, here's what I'll say in a spoiler-free way, is we all know the world's heckin' scary and there's a lot of uncertainty and there's more anxiety than ever. And like the story that Endwalker specifically takes you through, where there's just a lot of hopelessness and a lot of despair, and how do you live in a world that is full of despair and hopelessness and finding ways to carry on anyway, is just what I needed. And like that story is so special to me. I never want to spoil it for anyone, but like the ending of that 10-year story is peak and incredible. So 14 is an easy one that's up there. Honorable mention, always Pokemon. I mean, which one? Yeah. Weirdly enough, right now, I have like a nostalgia point for, and this is not an old game, but Sword and Shield is really meaningful to me because it made competitive Pokemon, specifically VGC, double battles, the format you see at the World Championships, easy for the everyday person to get into and play. They introduced rental codes. Gigantamax was how I learned my first competitive mechanic. And Dynamax. So Sword and Shield might be up there just because I think that really helped me become, you know, who I am in the Pokemon sphere. Like that was like when I really locked in with competitive battling. So I think Sword and Shield's up there for those reasons. Imagine Sword and Shield on Switch too. It would have been amazing.
Oh my God.
So, okay, then I have always put To the Moon. I love To the Moon.
To the Moon.
It's an indie game.
I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look it up.
You haven't played it, so good. Oh my God. To the Moon.
Ooh, interesting.
That I think for its time did some really amazing things. So To the Moon and
because you actually introduced me to the Stanley Parable.
Maybe I should put that blew my mind. Stanley Parable and also the Beginner's Guide. Does that go into the top 5? I'm gonna hold it because that one's up there. It's top 10 for sure. Oh, but
For
then
sure.
it's kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm on the high of Expeditions 33. I think that's up there now. I
mean, I was gonna
Oh.
say, does it dethrone anything for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm sure we have like a top 10. Like, we've played so many video games in our time, I feel. So it's like, and a lot of stuff is also like impactful to our childhood and stuff like that. You know, like there's a game on the Xbox 360 that I played that is in that's in my top 10, 100%. Is it as good as Expedition 33? Absolutely not. Does nostalgia take a factor?
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, it was just great.
Oh my gosh.
It's called Blue
Ooh,
Dragon,
I
by the
haven't
way.
played that.
It was in the art style of Akira Toriyama.
Oh, how many games? I said Final Fantasy 14, Pokemon.
You said 14. Yeah, that was an honorable mention. And then you said
To
To
the
the
Moon.
Moon.
Oh man, because Persona 5's up there for me too. Loved
Ooh.
Persona 5. What Expedition is so good. It's so good.
I don't know if this is fair because
I
you
know I'm
just
on the
got out
biggest
of that
high of my
game.
life. Like it's so good. This is how I get my energy is from video games. So I mean, Persona, but okay, not counting Expedition 33 because it's still new. I needed to let it sink into my life. Persona 5 is up there,
For
and
sure.
then if I were to do one, gosh, I do love the Jackbox games. The thing is, that was like really pivotal to me, like finding community on the internet. So I think Jackbox is in the top for sure. I feel like I gotta really sit. Like, we gotta, maybe we should do a Patreon special where we sit and dissect. Okay, let's tier list our top 10s into a top 5.
I was gonna say there is a website. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's kind of like you can make a top 25 like list, and then you just type in the video game, and then you make a list out of it, and then you can like change the order of them if you want and stuff like that. It's
Let
really
us know
cool.
if you want us to
I'll
do
find
this.
Yeah, please. And then you let us know what are your
Yes.
top 5 games or even top 10 or anything like that, because like what I love about this topic is that like everyone's is different, whether it be like a nostalgia thing or impact, like you mentioned a lot of games because of how it impacted your life and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone has a different meaning towards, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of your stuff is pretty niche picks, probably except for like Persona 5.
That's my mainstream
one. But like To the Moon, never heard of that game.
Oh my God.
life, which is like really, really cool.
I love that game.
And you probably never heard of Blue Dragon. Like Blue
Give
Dragon
me your
is,
top
like,
5.
Such a
I need to know.
oh God, Life is Strange.
Yes, of course.
Number one. Like like it was one of the first games I ever streamed on Twitch. So like that put me like, it didn't put me on the map.
You just
but it
reminded
was
me
like,
how much I love Undertale because that was the first game I ever streamed.
it's so good.
Okay, this is going to be
It's
so difficult.
good.
Keep going.
It's
Tell
tough.
me
Okay.
more.
I will say there are a lot of honorable mentions, and of course we're gonna make a top 25 list, because now that I'm on the spot, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, there's so many. But like, yeah, Life is Strange. I mean, Super Mario 64, like that is just. I mean, I watched my older cousin, when I was like in the single digits age, like beat this game, and like the anime like twinkle, like eyes dilated, like that was me when he threw Bowser in that final bomb and like got that final star, and I saw Princess Peach. I think that was like my first interaction with Princess Peach ever. I was just like, oh, wow, like it was just like, it was so cool. So like very much a nostalgia factor there. I mean, Expedition 33. I'm getting a tattoo of Expedition 33, so it's like that is just it's up there for me. It's just so incredible. Like I have a tattoo of Life is Strange.
Is the Expedition 33 going to be on like like around the Life is Strange one, or you're like, it's got to be somewhere completely different?
So Life is Strange tattoo is on my left thigh. So I think the right thigh would just be Expedition 33. Like they're just so impactful to me. It was just so good. Play Life is Strange. Like even though it has that like typical like teenage cringe like
It's not
vocabulary,
cringe.
it's so
It's
good.
great. It's who I am.
Defending yourself immediately. I see you.
You know what?
so good.
I played Life is Strange the first one when it first came out, and then oh God, there's 3 games now, right? Oh my God, 4?
I think there's
What?
like 5.
Okay, the first one's the one that hit me the most.
Let's check my Steam account. Hopefully the pod doesn't explode while I search my Steam
don't get
account.
us started. Don't get us started. There was an episode that you may or may not have seen where everything exploded, but we're here now. We're still in.
Everything's fine. Yeah, so right now, Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Life is Strange True Colors, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, Life is Strange Double Exposure.
I'd never heard of the
That's
Captain
6.
Spirit one. I didn't even know that launched. No, is it good?
Oh, it's kind of like it's free,
okay.
first of all, and it takes like an hour to beat. But it's in the Life is Strange universe. It's pretty relevant. But it's also like, again, it's an hour. Like you could probably, and you're gonna be like, okay, but like if you're deep in the story, you know, or in the universe of Life is Strange, it's like, oh, you know, it ties in very tightly with Life is Strange 2.
Yeah.
With the two brothers and stuff like that. Life is Strange Before the Storm is a story about Chloe Price and is her name Rachel?
Yeah.
I'm a big Life is Strange fan and I forgot her name. Life is Strange True Colors, I thought it was okay. It was okay. And then I still haven't played Double Exposure. I still haven't.
You got it just so I know your thoughts as the Life is Strange fan.
I'm like the resident Life is Strange fan. I haven't played Double Exposure yet. There's too many games.
There are too many. I mean, I loved the first one. I can't tell you about the rest. The first one though hit me insane. Did you play the Telltale games?
Yeah, I played The Wolf Among Us. And I didn't finish all of The Walking Dead.
Oh, it was good.
But which ones do I have it on here? I'm looking at my Steam list right now. The Wolf Among Us. I don't know. I have to find it at some point. But yeah, I dabbled a little into The Walking Dead. But like in terms of the ones with like, it was like a dark skinned character that was like in the main story. I didn't play that one. Like stuff like that.
I know her name.
There's some of them that I just have.
I know that's Clem, but I don't remember the name of the game of which Walking Dead it was. I played all of them.
Yeah. No, not Clementine. The other one. Oh man, I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, I've dabbled a little bit in the Telltale games. I think they're really, really good. If you want me to be honest, which if you haven't played, or it's coming out soon. It's called Dispatch. Ooh. It's giving Wolf Among Us like those kind of like Telltale kind of like narrative games, but it's like about superheroes. Ooh. It's really, really interesting. So I'm 100% for that if you guys haven't played that. Oh, there's a Tales from the Borderlands?
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yep. I never even heard of that
I remember
before.
That one.
What? And Game of Thrones as well?
Yeah.
What? I don't even... See, this is how you know I'm behind. I played the first Walking Dead game and The Wolf Among Us. And that's my... But I mean...
There was a second Wolf Among Us, I think. I think there was 2. I think there was a Wolf Among Us 2.
Was there? Oh, shoot. Well,
anyway, I think of that because when I played Life is Strange, I was on a narrative kick and I said, I need choose your own adventure games. And that's what started my rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But going back to your top games, Life is Strange. You've got Blue Dragon.
Blue Dragon. Oh, is it in my top 5? It's definitely in my top 25 if you want me to be honest, like top 25, but because it's like a little bit older, it's just kind of like like there's better games. I will say Horizon Zero Dawn, that game was incredible and I can't believe I slept on it for like so long. I think I started playing it in like 2022 or 2023 and I was just like, how did I sleep on this? It's there is a twist that happens in Horizon Zero Dawn that I was jaw on the floor, had to think about it for days, kind of like scenario situation. Right. It was so good. So I would put that up there. You know what I haven't played that might be in your top? I know it's bad. It's bad. I need to play Nier. Ooh, it's not it's not like I understand. Like, here's the thing. I get it. I get why it's in people's top favorites. It's not in mine, but it's probably because I played it too late. But I can respect how like impactful it was. Like I understand how like 2B is such an iconic character and stuff like that. Like and playing it, I was like, oh yeah. Like if I played it like the year it came out, it would have been like.
Oh, do you feel that Nier has aged a bit where it's not as
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I just played so many games that it like I guess I would put it in an honorable mention. I would probably say that. Like, I respect it is one of the great games. I love it. I still need to play Nier Replicant, actually.
Music in Nier.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were, the reason I thought about it was with Expeditions 33, a lot of people were comparing it to Nier, at least on Reddit. They were like, I haven't felt this way since Nier in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah. Oh, Final Fantasy X. That's another. Oh, well, my favorite Final Fantasy is probably. No, don't tell me. It's 10, 15, or 16.
Oh, 16. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, I do like 10 a lot. It was probably I would put 10 up there. It's not in my top 5, but if I were to rank Final Fantasy games, 10 is probably my favorite. Like, but it's also nostalgia and like that kind of stuff. But as a mature adult, I think 15 is so incredibly good and so underrated. Like, I get so like when people are like, it's kind of meh. I'm like, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. It's so good. Oh man, there's just like so many. There's so many games. Life is Strange, Horizon Zero Dawn. I will say Octopath Traveler 2. I would put it in my top 5 100%. It's so incredible. This goes to show what games I like. What did I say? Life is Strange, Horizon Zero Dawn, Octopath Traveler 2, Expedition 33. That would be top 4. If I were to pick a 5th, oh man, I would probably. It has to be a Zelda game.
Ooh,
like it has to be.
I do love that by asking someone their top 5, you really get a sense about someone. You can gain a lot of things about someone's top 5. That's so cool.
Which, by the way, let us know down in the comments. I'm serious. What are your, like, if you were to give a top 5, even a top 10, you could say a top 10. Put some honorable mentions in there in the comments. Let us know what's your favorites, because, like, it really shows a lot about a person. Like, I think I saw, like, Moist Critical talk about, like, one of his, like, top favorite games. And, like, he put Halo up there. I have no exposure to Halo at all, but I know it's good.
My Halo days are having an original Xbox and finding the energy sword, and I'm like, this is the coolest one because it's glowy and go zoom 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 zoom, and that's all I can tell you about Halo. That's it. It was just energy sword.
That's it. And you know what? That's fine. But it's like, again, it's like those impactful games that I just never got around to. Like Gears of War. I know Gears of War is like super impactful and so incredible, but I just never got around to it.
Honorable mention, Wanderstop this year. I hope it gets an award. I hope it gets an award. What a great game.
I agree. And here's the thing. Here's another controversial take. I think your game of the year doesn't need to be released in 2025.
Oh, that's a fun one.
You can play an older game and call it your game of the year, even though it didn't come out that year. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's like, because then it just makes it unfair, in my opinion. Because like, I had played Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I think back in like 2023, and it was contender. It didn't win game of the year for me, but it was up there, even though it came out on the Wii like, or something like that, like a long time ago. But I'm just like, this is the most like incredible experience. That's another honorable mention. Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
I like the idea. So I especially agree for your own personal list. It should be timeless. We shouldn't, because otherwise it perpetuates people having to spend right then and there, and you can take your time. But I do think there should be a historical, like, I like the idea of historical perspective of games of the year and decades, and like what did well for the times. If you're like doing a retrospect about what was culture like back in 2010 or whatever, I think that's cool. But I like there being two types. I'm doing a nonfiction novel versus I'm writing a tweet on Twitter. So.
Exactly. And I will say, like, everyone's is different, right? Like, you love 14, and 14 can just be like a timeless game. You could literally play that for the rest of your life, and like, there's just no end to
I could just live there. There's just always
forever. Something to do.
And I'm not referencing anything.
Wait a minute. Wait.
If you know, you know. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about it. But it's like, for example, like me, I prefer games where it has an ending, where it has like a credits and whatever. When it comes to like quote unquote endless content, like I think of like Genshin Impact and like those kinds of games, and a lot of the gacha like Sims and like stuff like that. Like The Sims, right? That's just an endless kind of game. True. How can I Zenless Zone Zero? What do you mean, V? That's my game of the year. It's fine. Like again,
that's
no
why we have
judgment.
best
It's just
ongoing game. That should always be 14. That should always be Final Fantasy 14. Easy.
But that's how I feel about like even multiplayer and stuff like that. Like it's hard for me to contend that for a game of the year if it's just like an endless like kind of thing. I prefer video games that have an ending. You know, that's just I was very much a single player girly when I was a kid and stuff like that. So that's just what I prefer. Now, you know, is Fortnite a great game? Absolutely. Yeah. You know, it's not gonna be my game of the year though. Like, you know what I mean? It's a interesting topic. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Like again, you were talking about 14. Like again, Fortnite. It's just,
are we doing Fortnite no build after this? Is that what's happening?
I don't know about that. I will say the Lego one. I'm kind of
wait. There's Lego
I'm a little
Fortnite?
interested in the Lego.
I hear the Lego series are very good. The Batman and stuff. I haven't played them, but I hear they're awesome.
I played the Star Wars one. It's very, very good. Yeah. Oh, you should. Oh man. Even there, I mean, there's like a Harry Potter one. There's like, is there a Lord of the Rings one? I don't know. But like all of like the iconic like series, there's most likely a Lego for it. Oh, I need to play the Lego Horizons.
There's a Lego Horizons game?
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, like yeah, I gotta play that.
Oh, wow.
Frick. Another one to the backlog. Check that off. You know, it's crazy. I will say, yeah, the Lego games are very underrated, so incredibly underrated. They're so funny.
When the Lego movie came out, I was a camp counselor. This was before my content days. And wow, that movie came out a long time ago. And everything is awesome. Like kids were saying that to me. Yeah. Oh, and then you want to know something sad? I was like, let's play the Pokemon theme song. And none of the kids knew it.
No one sang it.
They wanted at the time, everything is awesome. That was everything. And then Shake It Off by Taylor Swift was what every kid wanted to sing.
Did you watch? I'm assuming you watched the movie. You watched the Lego movie, right?
Did I?
Don't tell me you did it.
I don't remember. I think I learned everything from the kids.
There's no way. I will say, like, okay, you know how we were talking about generational games? There are generational movies.
Is that a generational movie?
Like, you know how good Shrek 2 was? Yeah.
Wow.
It's like Lego movies like that same kind of like feeling. Lego movie is so good. It's like I kind of got mad about how good it was. When did it come out? Like 2011? I had graduated high school at that point, and I was just like, you know, but it was real good. It was so good. Dude, we need to sit you down.
We're gonna watch it.
That's your homework.
You know what? I'm gonna watch the Lego movie so that on our next episode of the podcast, we can talk about the Lego movie or whichever a future podcast, depending on you. You never know. At some point, I'll watch it and we'll report back to everybody how it goes.
It's so good. But yeah, I think this is a good point to like end off. Like we talked about so much. There's so many video games to play. Like again, we could talk about how great video games are, but honestly, we got to end the podcast now so I can play more video games.
Let's go. And I'm going to go watch the Lego movie. So thank you all as always for listening and supporting us. You can support us on our social media accounts, Baton Pass Cast. Everywhere. You can support us on Patreon if you want the full deep dive into Expeditions 33, all spoilers galore. We put that up on there. And yeah, just appreciate everybody sticking with us on our journey. If there's a topic you want us to talk about, let us know. And just maybe we'll cover it. All right, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye.